These young men who go over and do that, these foreign fighters, they don't have a lot going for themselves, right? So maybe if they go over and they join the Mujahideen, it's some ways it's romantic, and it gives them a cause, it gives them a purpose.
U.S. officials believe the man, who called himself Abu Huraira al-Amriki, is the first American suicide bomber to die fighting for al-Qaeda in Syria.
He cycled through colleges. He wasn't that ambitious. He was clearly looking to be part of a group. He was looking for something larger in life.
Know that Allah is with the believers. Allah is preparing victory for the believers.
But his story is interesting for other reasons too. I mean, he blew himself up on his second trip to Syria. So he had already gone into the country once and then come back to the United States.
He flies back to Florida May 12, 2013.
And is questioned by customs officials at Newark Airport, who are a little skeptical of his story that he had just returned from the Middle East visiting relatives.
The Custom Border Patrol agents actually called his mother to verify his story. So somebody had a hunch that something might have been amiss here.
And after she vouches for him, they let him on his way, and they don't tell the FBI or apparently any other U.S. agencies.
Listen to my words, you big kuffar. You think, that you killed Osama bin Laden. You did nothing. You sent him to Jannah, alhamdulillah. You sent him to paradise.
That final suicide attack happens in an area of Syria that is west of Aleppo. Shortly afterward, we started to see videos of this online. They show this big truck being loaded with munitions and explosives, and then they show this truck driving off, and the camera follows it into the distance, and you see this explosion on the horizon.
And it's a massive truck bomb. I mean, literally there's a huge plume of smoke that goes up in the air. You hear everybody in the background, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar! His mother only learned about his death watching CBS News. I think what the government takes away is, here's a U.S. citizen who went over there and blew himself up. So their great concern is, okay, he demonstrated he was willing to take his life and kill others. Perhaps the next one they're going to turn and say, okay, now it's time to go back to the U.S.
You'll never defeat Islam, you, Bush, any of your kuffar leaders.
It also tells us for now something about this enemy in Syria. Moner, he shows up as a presumably valuable commodity for al-Qaeda, but they don't turn him back against a target in the West. He's used to blow up a target right there in Syria, and maybe that tells us a lot about al-Qaeda's agenda in that conflict at the moment.